Waiting to Abilene. Geneva. That 9 is fine. She didn't text me. I'm next gonna worry the shit out of me.
Hello, everyone.
You want to put your salad back in the refrigerator?
I'll get in a second.
Hey, turn it off, because I want to ask you something.
It's already started.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. Just give me a second. We're going to start the verbiage in a second. Oh, shit. My nose oily. So, I'll go on to start to speak a little. Oh, it's back. So, I wanted to have a quick conversation. This is not going to be long or lengthy, but there were some things said today by a young individual in which I'm sure that most of you are watching know of. But I wanted to bring a little clarity to a situation in which Sir Preston Williams decided to go live with, speaking many untruths. So I think that some of the things that he said, most importantly, that really, really upset me is the fact that he stated that myself and my partner are in a relationship where we don't love one another and we're just in a fake relationship. So this is my day here. Going on 10 years now, been together, and I'll say that he has allowed me to explore a little, and he was very supportive in that. Now, Mr. Williams also stated that he came here under false pretenses and I know for certain that he's shared some of those things with you all, saying that he was brought here under false pretenses. But I will say that when I met Preston in Atlanta, I told him about this individual sitting right here with me. And I also told him that I was not leaving my relationship and that this man right here is not going anywhere. But Mr. Williams chose to still come here to Chicago. But when he did not get what he decided or what he felt he wanted out of the relationship, I've been telling him for the last month or so, telling him that maybe this is not for you, maybe this was not for me. We probably should have thought this out a little bit more. And I gave him the opportunity to go on and find someone that could give him what he needed, because I couldn't give him all the things that he needed in the relationship that he wanted. So with him saying that we are in a fake relationship and that I was waiting for this man to die so I can get $1 million, that was untrue.
Well, hello, Facebook. I'm going to make this real brief. I don't know this individual. I understood who he was later on. like Mr. Dupree said, we discussed him exploring some other options and this whole open relationship situation. It was something that he decided he wanted to do. He and I, we talked about it. Now, there's where uh, I'm just a transparent person, and I can't sit here. I have to be held fast to my own conscience. I didn't know about this dude in the beginning, but the mature part of me recognizes and understands that, relationships, like so many do, they get a little stagnant, stale, and the laws of attraction are always in operation. So we talked about it. I told him if that's what he wanted to do, then so be it. Now, this dude, Preston, I made the decision. I never wanted to meet him. I've never laid eyes on him. I don't know who he is. I know what his name is. I don't know where he lives. I know nothing about that. I know nothing. I'm not even on Facebook. I'm not about the faggotry. I'm not about all of this bullshit. He say, she say. But let me share this with you. How sad it is that these little young motherfuckers, and I'm going to be real clear with you, they come into these situations, you know what the fuck it is. Bottom line, point blank, period. You didn't get what the fuck you wanted. You didn't get what you thought that you came up here to the shop to get. You got a couple of things out of it. So why don't you just be happy with what you got? Point blank, period. I'll die when God tell me it's time for me to die. Now, there's some people that ain't had the pleasure of meeting me yet. So bottom line, I ain't going nowhere just yet. I plan on living to be 100 years old. So unless God got other plans, then I'm going to be here for a minute. But as far as trying to even address what this dude is saying, it's just a young dude that, like I said, didn't get what it is that he wanted, knows absolutely nothing whatsoever about me. I know equally as much about him, which is nothing, and I like to keep it that way. How sad it is that people resort to alleging certain things simply to... You live in a world now where you don't have to prove anything. All you have to do is allege and cast reasonable doubt. That's all motherfuckers do.
Okay, hold on, babe. So, Wildcat, I don't know who you are, but you just put something up here saying sex, 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 and pay your pussy bill. First of all...
Hey, why are you sitting up here acknowledging that people can be whoever they want on social media? Let them be there. You can't address all the... People can say whatever the fuck they want to say. Let them say that. Ain't no pussy bill.
No, I want to say this. The sex was far and in between Preston and myself. So let's keep that for real.
Well, why do you feel compelled to even answer that? Most relationships are more than just sex anyway. You know what I'm saying? We've been together almost 10 years. Some motherfuckers change relationships like they change their motherfucking underwear. Some of them fucking in circles. Some of them sitting up laying with each other's niggas and shit. You know what I'm saying? We don't have that fucking experience. So let people say whatever the fuck they want to say and do whatever they want to do. Because when it's all said and done, you're going to get up and go to your good paying job, and I'm going to get my motherfucking ass up and go to mine. And let them still say what the fuck they want to say. Now, as far as Preston is concerned, a wise motherfucker would just be grateful for what you got. You got a couple of little trinkets. Maybe you got a couple of little outfits. And you got a little ding-a-ling out the deal. I mean, be happy with what you got. I'm sorry you didn't get what you thought you were going to have, but you knew what the situation was when you entered into it. Point blank, period. So... I have no ill will against the dude. My concern, most and foremost, is for people that are out there that may find themselves in this same situation. Talk with your partner. You want to be in an open relationship, make sure you discern the motherfucker you fucking with. Point blank, period. Make sure you ask all the right questions. Make sure you get an understanding coming in the door. Because when people don't get what they want, all they do, they just set up a situation where they want to assassinate your character, say all kinds of motherfucking untruths. And the bottom line, he couldn't even tell you. If God had to stand before God, he couldn't even tell you that he's ever stood in my motherfucking face. You know what I'm saying? So it is what the fuck it is. Believe what you want to fucking believe. He is on a mission to do and say whatever it is that he feels he can do and say in an effort to assassinate character. But the bottom line is, when he get through talking, we still together. When he get through alleging, we still together. When he get through trying to destroy relationships that Mr. Dupree has established We still gonna be together. He's still gonna have his character, and people gonna believe what they want to believe. One thing that's sad about the world, people love a train wreck. You know, the world is inundated with people who tune in to watch reality television. So he needs to do whatever the fuck he needs to do because he's bitter, he's upset, he's mad, he's disappointed. He's all of those motherfucking things. You 20-some years old. What the fuck did you think you were coming here to get? I mean, really. You came here to be somebody's motherfucking arm piece. That's what you came to be. Some candy, a distraction. That's what you came to be. You know? So no need to be upset about that. So the bottom line, Facebook, I encourage all of you all that are mature, that are open-minded, that have and that can think for yourselves. You can read between the lines and you can see what this is. This is clearly nothing more. You right now, they are heads of corporations. They are people who have had to step down out of their CEO positions, out of being board members on boards simply because someone chose to allege something. That's sad. We're long gone are the days where people find it necessary to, to say what their truth is. They have to make up and fabricate. Man, that's bullshit, man. That is just bullshit. But all in all,
and I keep seeing comments come up here about some of the other things that he said. So if he got on he started his live saying, supposedly, because when I tuned in, he immediately stopped it and saying, if something happens to him, you all know what would happen.
Ain't nobody fucking with him.
Like you all know that I'm some type of assassin or something.
Hey, but here's
no, babe.
No,
babe. But the thing is that
too much into that, man.
The thing is that he's sitting up saying all this stuff and then telling all of you all, some of the people that's watching this live now, some of the things that I supposedly said. So the thing is that he named these groups or whatever. The only groups I'm a part of is NBA and NBU. So I challenge you all. You all know some of them. So you all ask them if I have said things about you.
But here's the thing, babe, you don't have to worry about what nobody say you said. People can allege shit all the time. You would spend an eternity trying to defend what is true.
Some of these things that he supposedly said on his live that was told to me, because I didn't see the live. Some of these things that were said, those comments are in my text messages now where he screenshot it and sent me the picture. But, like I said in my post earlier, I'm not about the mess and I don't like bullshit. I keep that shit away from me. So
and that's pretty much it.
That's what this post was about. So some of you, I saw some of the comments, wait.
I ain't said nothing.
The cowards and all of this other stuff. One, I've never been a coward. I've always been a strong black male. And no one can ever take that away from me. So you all can believe what you want to believe. But as far as this situation here, this is the last time that I'm going to address it. And trust and believe, when you see me out and about in your city, in your area, or whatever you're here, trust me, Terrell will still be walking around with his head up high.
And as you should. You know what I'm saying? Bottom line, young motherfucker didn't get what it is that he thought he should have got. You didn't give him what it was that he say he wanted. So he's doing what typically most motherfuckers do when they don't. They creating a whole bunch of bullshit and drama. You can't spend your life trying to fix and chase drama.
Excuse my language, but Wildcat, whoever the fuck you are, you need to crawl back under the rock that you came from under.
Let Wildcat doing what Wildcat do. You know what I'm saying? He trolling. Let him do what he do. You don't have to justify your actions. The only person or the only being in this world that you are accountable to.
But hold on, babe. Amari, first of all, reading your lipo. Your child sent me that picture. And you could trust and believe. You can call your mother, I don't know if your mother or whatever, but you can call Antoinette. And you can also call Alphonse. Because Terrell is actually scheduled to go get lipo in a couple of weeks. So why in the fuck would I read you? And he also knows that. So, and this is what I mean about the comments and things that he was saying. He sent me the picture of you in your rap after you got out or whatever it was. I don't have time for that. But I'm going to end this live because, you know,
It's cool. It's interesting watching how people just comment and don't really know the full story and don't really know the extent of what's going on. That's why I don't fuck with Facebook. That's why I don't all this live feeds and shit like that. People can sit back and they can say all of they little, engage in all of their little faggotry and shit like that.
And unlike Preston, I'm going to leave my video up. I'm not going to take it down. I'm not going to take it down because apparently, again, I came in on the end of his video, so I wasn't privy to everything that he was saying.
But who cares
trust
what he
and
said?
believe.
But who cares?
My video is going to stay up because I don't have any fucking thing to hide.
And it's just sad, you know what I'm saying? And granted, word to the wise people, if you're going to engage in anything open with your partner, know who the fuck you dealing with. Be a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? You just want to discern who the fuck you dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Leave these little young ass motherfuckers alone. Fuck with them, do what you do, give them their little $5 or $6 and let them go on about their fucking business. You know what I'm saying? This is a lesson learned. I hate that Mr. Dupree is experiencing this, but hopefully this will sharpen his intuitiveness when it comes to fucking with motherfuckers and shit like that. And when it's all fucking said and done, he is loved. He is respected. We don't always agree. But point blank period, this is our life. And however we choose to orchestrate and facilitate how we choose to live, then that's us. We don't stand in judgment of what anybody else chooses to do with his or her life. And we refuse to allow anybody to dictate to us how we're going to live ours. So with that being said, it is my sincere hope that all of you who really know and trust the character of Terrell love Dupree, that you will continue to, honor that. And for those of you who want to buy into the faggotry, who want to buy into what some 20-some-year-old boy who feels jaded and tossed away or whatever the case may be, and as far as I know, ain't nobody even really mistreated the motherfucker. He just recognized that he ain't getting what he want, That's what I gather from the situation. So what better way to vent your frustration than to allege, than to make all sorts of allegations, than to create chaos, than to create discord, than to create disturbance, to establish reasonable doubt. Man, long gone are the days where people have to prove anything.
First of all, ain't nobody tried to pimp no fucking body out because that situation with Preston was mine and mine alone.
Yes, it sure the fuck was.
Mr. Lee have never laid eyes on him or met him or anything.
But I can speak for myself.
No, wait, hold on a second.
But let me speak for myself.
This is the type of shit that I don't like.
But who cares?
And this is why I don't come on Facebook addressing issues like this because it's you little young punks out there that want to get out there and step out your fucking mouth.
But let me say what I got to say. You brought me on.
No,
here.
babe.
I can say what I want to say. I have never laid eyes. What's his last name?
Williams.
Preston Williams. Other than a picture that I've seen of him. That was what Mr. Dupree chose to fuck with, and so it was. And in the spirit of full disclosure, we have a don't ask, don't tell situation. I didn't want to know nothing about the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Because I chose or made the decision to love him, whether I liked what he was doing or not. I chose to accept it. Now, that's the truth. And what you choose to do with that, that's totally up to you. One thing I love about the world in which I live in, I only am accountable to my creator and to this man right here. That's it. That's all. People can say what what's interesting about people? Motherfuckers gonna get up, do whatever the fuck they want to do. They gonna say whatever the fuck they want to say. And at the end of the day, they want to be the authority on how you should live your life. I don't permit nobody to tell me how to live my motherfucking life. If you ain't financing me, feeding me, or fucking me, then fuck you. I get up every motherfucking day and work it out. For me, been on my job for 20 plus years. You know what I'm saying? So I could give less than a damn what a motherfucker got to say about me. Hold on, I'm fine. You brought me on this motherfucker. I'll give it to you when I'm ready. Now, What, y'all in an open relationship? But good night, Facebook. I want to say good night. That's the gentleman in me. Let me say good night. And I'm gonna let you stay on there. Facebook, good night. I hate that this particular feed was, had to contend with the circumstances centered around what it was. But it is what it is. I hope you all have been enlightened. I'm sure most of you all have been entertained. And that's pretty much it. So believe what you will. I love you. God loves you. And ain't nothing you can do about it.
Okay, back.
Now let me see the comments. What they saying? You always trying to rush me.
No, I'm sitting here looking at some of these comments.
Did you end the video recording?
Mm-mm.
Well, why are you still recording? You reading and recording? What?
What are you saying?
What? 9 o'clock?
So, again, once again, the man that was just sitting next to me does not have access to my phone, my email, or anything else. When I was around Preston Williams, I rarely talked on the phone. When I talked on the phone around Mr. Williams, it was related to my job. So, no.
No what?
Why would I sit up and discuss anyone with Mr. Williams? I saw in the beginning, after him getting here, that he came with a lot of baggage or whatever, and a lot of mess, and so many people that he had interactions with that he was throwing up under the bus. But that's not my MO.
And, babe,
and that's not.
Can I say one more thing?
Wait, babe. That's not me. So all of this little faggoty shit y'all doing right now, that's y'all. Y'all can have that.
And let me say
trust
something
and believe.
Let me say something
No,
else.
babe. Trust and believe.
What you mean no?
Trust and believe. After all of this, I'm still going to be okay. And all of you that's been on here in this negative manner, you all can have that. I'm good.
I'm going to say
something. With that,
I got to say something.
Good night.
I got to say something.
With that, good night. We enjoyed you all, and I hope you all have a blessed day and a wonderful evening.
I ain't say nothing.